All right, so we are getting started this morning in the in-garden area. We are actually putting in raised beds so we don't have to deal with as many weeds and as much grass this summer. This was very productive and fruitful this summer, but it was a lot of work and got overgrown pretty quickly. So our plans for this area will be putting cardboard down completely on the bottom and then adding the raised beds over top. So we've got our side-by-side full of cardboard that we've been saving for a few months over here in anticipating this project, with the supervisor on top, about ready to get started with this. So with the cardboard, we just make sure we get all the plastic tape off of it. Most of the paper tape that Amazon and Sam's and Walmart use now is biodegradable, so you don't have to worry about getting all that off. But certainly any plastic, you want to get that off.
Why do you guys have so much cardboard?
You want to come help?
Yeah? Well, where'd you get all this cardboard from? All the stuff in the garage? What are we doing with it?
We're covering the ground. Loki, that's enough.
Gunshot! Oh, that's scary. Dada!
So a quick word on the type of cardboard that we use for the garden area. Just usually brown cardboard is fine. The colored cardboards like this have a lot of inks and dyes in them. I use these, I do try to get the plastic tape off. I will use these in a walkway, but not in my actual garden area. So there'll be walkways in between all of these beds. So this can be utilized. You just probably don't want to utilize it where you're actually going to be growing plants.
Allie. 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 Allie.
So what we're doing now is putting together our long metal raised bed over some of the cardboard. We'll have to fix it because it's gotten windy out here. Get out of the camera view. So this is just a tedious matter of putting screws and bolts together. But this is going to be a, I want to say 16-foot bed. So we did one. It looks a little wonky because it's supposed to be 2 separate boxes, and to get it to fit together as one long box was a little awkward in the middle, but we did make it work. So we're hopefully going to move a little faster with our second box. We'll end up needing, I think, 2 more rows like this. This is going to give us enough to put 2 rows of vegetables in each box this summer, and to get our tomatoes up off the ground, get them staked good. So hopefully we have some better tomatoes this coming season. The latest raised bed addition. We still got to get a little bit more dirt into this last bed. We're going to stake these up where they'll hold up a little bit better. As you can see, they're kind of bowing out. But, we'll get that done in the next week. I think my husband's going to come in here and put mulch around all of these. Make sure we've got cardboard under all of it so that the weeds and grass don't come up so bad this year. This one's got a little narrow walkway because my kids filled it up when I wasn't out here supervising. So this area back here in the back will be tilled up, and we'll put sweet corn in there again this year like we did last year. We'll get a little fence right up on this back side so that the sheep can't come in, and over here as well. These are going to be full of summertime garden items, so I'm not in a big rush to get them completely done right this minute. We'll be planting them probably in mid to late April. This is where I'm planning on putting most of my tomato plants and probably some beans. We're gonna just do a final update on the raised garden beds. Okay, we're back here in the back garden. And this was all in-ground gardens last year that I had a really hard time keeping up with the weeds and the grass, trying to keep that out of here. So what we decided to do was raised beds. I love, love, love raised beds. Can't say enough good stuff about them. So we have 3 20-foot raised beds back here in the back. And what we've actually done is put hog panels in the center of each of these. That gives us an area to stake stuff like tomato plants, or if we want to plant beans that run. It just gives us a trellis that we can run stuff on. Cucumbers, anything that can run and climb these, we've got the spot for it. At the end of each of these beds, because the hog panels are only 16 foot, we have an extra 4 feet at the end of each of these 3 beds where we can put stuff that doesn't require any kind of trellising. These beds have been filled with cow manure compost, chicken manure compost, and rabbit manure compost. So we did do some earlier videos that showed where we were filling these with some rabbit manure and a little bit of chicken manure, but they're completely full now. The bulk of, I'm being overshadowed by this rooster in the background. So the base of these beds is cow manure compost. And then the other amendments include the rabbit manure, chicken manure, and actually we have some wood ash in all of these beds as well. This one, I just added the wood ash to the top of it. We actually just finished this bed in the last 24 hours. So today I sprinkled the wood ash on it. We'll get it incorporated in. Wood ash supplies a lot of potassium for your growing plants. It's also alkaline, so just keep that in mind. If you have very alkaline soil, wood ash is not for you, but in an area where your soil is more acidic, wood ash is perfectly fine to apply once, maybe twice a year. It has a liming effect, so if you're in an area where you frequently have to lime annually, wood ash actually does a liming effect plus adds potassium to your soil. So great amendment to our soil here in the South. So these 3 beds are going to predominantly be used for tomatoes. I'll be able to stake my tomato plants to the trellis, and we'll plant some other, maybe some beans or something at the end that don't require any kind of staking. This particular area right here is where I planted corn last year, and that will be the goal again this year. I did sprinkle wood ash out on all of this ground, so we're just going to get it tilled up in the next couple of weeks. We'll do 2 tillings before we actually plant our corn in mid-April. We put cardboard around the base and under each of these beds as a weed block. Everybody's getting excited right now because the cows are coming by. We'll walk over and see them in just a minute. But the cardboard will act as a weed block. It will ultimately break down, so it's not like putting plastic down or something like that. But it definitely helps to slow weeds and grass from coming through in your garden area. So that's it for this project that has been in the making for probably about 6 months now since I decided to put these in.